Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Rev Marie. Today, Spirit asked that I share information about past lives. So sometimes knowing a little bit about a past life will help you to cope with certain things in this lifetime. It can help heal physically and emotionally by accessing these past memories. And if you think maybe you've had a past life, you're probably right. Especially if you've had recurring dreams about certain places, if you've meditated and you feel like you saw yourself in another country, if you're really drawn to different arts, you may be living in the States, but everything that you're drawn to, the culture, maybe Mexican or maybe European or African, there's some truth in that. Why are you drawn to those things? You know, and in this lifetime, if you visit a country or a city and you feel really at home and you feel like you already know the place, it sounds like you've had a past lifetime there. So let's start by looking at each of these cards here. Card number 1 holds a pyrite, number 2 a rose quartz, and number 3 jade, green jade. So which card appeals to you the most? And let's see what secret these cards hold for you. And you may have a number that will pop into your head, and that's your intuition. Follow that. And perhaps you'll have more than one lifetime that will be shown in this reading. Okay, let's look at card number 1. Card number 1. Atlantis. So your lifetime in ancient Atlantis is affecting your current situation. You have soul memories of this idyllic civilization that offered everything imaginable wonder. There's a longing for the utopia that you unconsciously remember and which you know is possible in this world. Your soul remembers the tragic ending of Atlantis, and you may have developed phobias about the ocean as a result. Although you love the sea, perhaps you prefer not to go swimming or sailing. You also recall the majority of Atlanteans were peaceful and loving, with the exception of a few political leaders who misused crystal power to the detriment of all. So you may be extra sensitive to issues relating to political corruption in this lifetime. And if you want to know more about Atlantis, I'm sure, there's books out there, there's something you could find on the internet about Atlantis. But if you pick this card, one of your lifetimes was in Atlantis. And the more information you find out about a previous lifetime, the more it can help you on your life journey in this lifetime. Pretty interesting. A lot of people that are alive now have had a life in Atlantis. Okay, so let's look at number 2. I'm going to move my glasses here. Number 2, wars and battles. Whoa. Well, this card indicates that you suffered or were killed in a war in a previous lifetimes. Your unconscious will tell you whether you were a soldier, an officer, or a civilian who was a casualty during a battle. That lifetime could have turned you into a pacifist, or it could have made you into a conflict phobic, and you cannot stand any measure of violence or even loud voices. Conflict phobia prevents relationships from deepening as part of the authenticity stems from sharing your true feelings with each other. Conversely, that lifetime may have filled your heart with anger and a desire for revenge. In such a case, you would have difficulty controlling your temper. This may even lead to addictions in your attempts to bring about peace. If you have that natural warrior spirit, it's important to channel it in a peaceful and constructive ways. For instance, being an activist for positive social change or a legal advocate who champions underdogs. I think a lot of people have been through all kinds of stuff through previous wars. Right? Now we'll take a look at number 3. Trees. Oh, love trees. This card indicates that you have special relationships with trees. In ancient times, particularly in Celtic and Eastern European cultures, trees were considered sacred. The Druids looked to oak trees for prophetic information, and ancient healers used tree ingredients such as willow bark for medicine. Did you know that willow bark is like taking aspirin? Your connection to trees may have even been spiritual, including the ability to receive messages from them. In some cases, these seemingly non-sentient trees are animated by real souls known as tree people. You may have even been a tree person or a tree diva in this lifetime, or a prior lifetime. Pardon me. This card asks you to spend more time connecting with trees for healing, knowledge, and inner peace. Yes, there are people that communicate with trees to this day. Trees communicate with each other by their roots, sometimes their branches. Everything on this planet is made up of energy. If you ever need to be grounded, to feel totally grounded and relaxed, go hug a tree. It's not silly. It's beautiful. You can trust me on that one. Remember, at one point in your life, sitting on the ground and just your back resting against a tree? How wonderful that feels. So connect with the trees. Hope you enjoyed this past life reading. If you did, please hit the like button and share. Other people out there could benefit from this message. I appreciate you being here. I thank you. Have a blessed day.